What's up, man? Here we are. 6:25 a.m, man. What time did I get to sleep, Trent?
3 o'clock, guys.
3 o'clock because he's snoring, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was snoring. So we're feeling fresh. First game's at 7:30. We're gonna see how we go, man. Last year we played 6 games in total. That's including finals and grand final. This year, 6 games minimum. If we make the grand final, we'll play 8 games of footy in 2 days. How cooked is that? But we're excited. Let's do it. Yo, what is good? It is your boy, Board, and how good's footy, man? I tell you what, we're playing in the 2025 VACSAL Indigenous Carnival. Now, as you would see here, it is game 1, Gippsland versus Bunurong. And for those that don't know where Bunurong comes from, they represent the Dandenong region, and then obviously Gippsland, well, we represent Gippsland. But they start off very, very hot. As you would have seen in the team huddle, we only had 14 on the field, I believe. 14 or 16. Well, definitely undermanned, and I tell you what, it did not take long until Bunurong got on top of that, and they just played that running half-back game, and they just absolutely spread. As you can see, they had a few early shots, and fortunately for us, they missed here. Now, the first game of the Carnival, it was 7:30 a.m. start. I don't know who stitched us up with that, but we move on. Conditions not too bad. The ground was very, very sandy. As you'd see here, the sand was kicking up. And from memory, we were going into the wind. So I think, although the scores don't show here, we were down by 2 goals. And obviously being undermanned, breathing very, very heavily. First clearance of the game, or second half I should say, Caleb gets the ball and he launches it. And again, with that wind, and it goes all the way through. And that is a perfect start. Now, these games, FYI, they went for 12-minute halves. Okay, and we had 5 games on day 1. So a lot of footy, but a lot of breaks in between, and that's where the damage gets done. All those breaks, you cool down, you warm up, you cool down again, then you have to warm up, and it gets a lot throughout the day. But anyway, conditions this year were beautiful. As you may be aware, we did play in it last year out at Port Arlington, and the conditions weren't ideal at all. Now, Bunurong, again, very quality team. I get the ball out here, and let me just run you through this play. This guy's very quick. I thought I fended him off. He snatches me back and gets me fair and square. Great tackle. But he was lightning quick all day. I was watching him from the sideline. Keenan, you'll see plenty of clips of him. This guy can ball. He's only 16 years old, and he launches one from outside 50. And now we're just playing lockdown. We're up by a point. We're just playing lockdown footy. Unfortunately, he gets done holding the pill here. And they went to take the advantage. And I was sort of onto it, to be fair. But yes, we just pushed our numbers back so it was even. And unlucky as 50, I should say. But in saying that, the umpire only paid 25. I come up to the mark. He's kicking into the wind. And Caleb takes a big mark. And then he kicks it long, and Kev, out of all men, takes it in between the pack and gets absolutely demolished. And we get the victory in game 1 by a singular point. And we obviously get around Kev. What a mark. All right, gents, have a chat. What are you thinking? How are you feeling after game 1?
Told you, cuz. We're winners.
Swearing.
Winners. Winners are grinners, boy.
Got our second game in about 30 minutes.
Second game, 1-0 so far.
Oh yeah. Game 1. How we go? Recap.
Game 1, short on cattle, but we managed to scrape away with the victory. 1 point, I think it was in the end.
And then we'll pretty well straight into game 2 against Milawa. We did have a few more cattle arrive for this game, but I tell you what, Milawa, watching the games prior, they were a force to be reckoned with, and we had to have a very, very hot start. As you can hear probably through the audio, there was a lot of wind as the day went on, and then Sunday Even got a lot more windier. But we got a nice little 1-2 there. Hit the inside kick. Trust me, we did. And then Tyrone, he goes across and hits Cody. And I can't remember if Cody, he'll be watching this. Do you kick it? He doesn't. He'll be flat with that one. But, great attack there. Yeah, look at all that sand kicking up. Unbelievable. I was going to say something. Our fixture, of course, like I said, we have 5 games of footy. I'm pretty sure this game from memory was played, or our first game was 7:30. Our next game, this game, yes, it was at 11 a.m. Okay, so a bit of a break, but the sun was out and a lot of boys got burnt. So there was plenty of sore bodies in the afternoon. And how's that by Johnny Boy? Very, very stiff to get pinned for running too far there. And that would have put us in very, very good position if they did count that goal, but unfortunately they didn't. We got a little bit of a stiff arm here, which is nice. A panic kick, gained 0 territory, but the boys were just hustling. They were hustling, and Bo gets wrapped up here. But yeah, Miller, man, I'm pretty sure they actually went on to play in the grand final, not to ruin it. They were a very, very good team, but as you can see, they kick a goal, and we're off. Kick it long. Time winding down. Yeah, Caleb almost takes mark of the year. We got a good bump here. Probably should have taken the ball clean. It don't matter. Deal gets wrapped up. And half time. And I get to see my old man, which is a very, very cool moment as well. Now, this game is actually when a lot of the AFL stars started to rock up as well. Johnny Boy takes a nice mark. He goes back and misses this one. But no, don't worry about it. He's kicked the goal. Has he? No, it was touched. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure the very next play, or it might have been another game. I'm pretty sure it's the very next play. He takes, or kicks there it is, very good goal from the boundary. Very, very good goal. Unbelievable goal, actually. But he was a very big part of our forward line. And again, sells some candy, gets it forward. Tyrone kicks it around the corner and bounces it through. A much-needed goal for us there. And also, by the way, look at Miller's kit, man. Unbelievable. And I know a lot of the boys are actually running around with some pretty nice, like, custom shirts and shorts as well. So they were fully rocked out with the kit, which is unbelievable. Now, touching base on what I was saying before, there was plenty of AFL stars that were rocking up and playing as well. We had Bobby Hill out there, Taron Thomas, Eddie Betts pulled the boots on, Tip and Woody. I see Michael Hartley, ex-AFL player. We had Jeff Gull, Neville Jetta. Try not to miss any, but there was plenty of stars out there. Seeing Jesse Motlop as well. But yeah, it was very good to see them supporting the Carnival and supporting obviously their teammates or mates, but just being there in general. And there is the final score, 2-4-16. We get home by 4 points over a very tough Miller one. Give us a rundown of game 2. How'd it go? He's got nothing. Talk to Cody. Represent. He's in. And just like that, we went to Game 3 against the Wurundjeri Brothers. And this game was played at 1:20 p.m. So probably one of the smaller breaks we had throughout the whole carnival. It was only an hour and a half. But I tell you what, the body was feeling it from here and beyond, especially because of all the grass burns, your legs get cut up and then just cooling down. And it honestly took me a while, or probably majority of the first half to get going. But it is what it is. I wasn't the only one. Everyone was feeling sore as JK takes a nice tackle. And Caleb, I think, kicked that goal. But yeah, this mob was very, very good. They had a lot of running carry as well. They had a few absolute stars. This guy chasing me, you'll see in a minute. Almost kicked goal of the decade. Unbelievable. And we lay actually a very nice tackle here. Hurt a little bit, not going to lie. That one hurt. But we were going to take the handball. The wind was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I should have said this before. Obviously, Gippsland, our kit, was very special because we got to wear the Yarram Football Netball Club Indigenous kit for this year's carnival. And here is the behind of the year. Look at the speed. Sells a candy. I've lost count on how many bounces, and all he had to do was kick the goal, but missed. Point of the century. Unbelievable. But yeah, going back, Yarram's kit, very, very cool to wear that, especially since I've been out there for either 3 or 4 seasons. I actually can't remember now, but it has been some time. So it's cool to see that being represented for Gippsland. And a big thank you to the man with the ball, Cody, as well, for organising it this year. And he'd love it if he kicked the goal, but it held up in the wind and didn't make the distance. And Dill, not the best of camera angles, but that was a great mark, and he was asking for that in the film. So there it is. If you want to zoom in, Dill, more than welcome, but unfortunately my man did not get it zoomed in. But yeah, Wurundjeri, they were very good as well throughout the carnival. I think we played pretty well against them. Okay, it was a very tightly contested game, but we were able to get a few good opportunities or looks on goal, and again, able to capitalise. Keenan goes back, pretty sure he kicked it. I hope he did, because it looked good. We get a kick inside 50 to Johnny Boy, and apparently it's touched, so he has to play on, and he kicks a behind. But again, dangerous. So dangerous. We float off the back here, hit the inside kick to Dill, and that gets us over the line, 2-3-15 to only the one behind.
Bud.
Yeah.
Bud.
What do we play? 3 or 4 games?
Hey, 3-0, baby.
actually feeling it.
3-0, baby. Let's go. Straight to the granny. Nah, not yet, not yet. 3 left.
How's the body feeling, man?
3 left. Body's sore.
Very sore.
Very sore. I am too unfit for this. I will definitely am regretting every decision. I should have come down here and partied, but shit happens.
Hey, feeling good?
Yeah, it means something. I don't have to just.
And the time is 5 o'clock.
Yeah. And we finished this game at 6 o'clock, and then we've got to wait 2.5 hours.
Oh, was it?
And then just like that, 5:25 rolled around, and it was game time. Game number 4 against Kamargunja. And man, they were the team to beat. Undefeated going into this game. Both sides were actually. And the daylight savings, actually no, it's still obviously afternoon, but daylight savings was happening this night. Cannon, he goes back, launches it, and unfortunately it goes across the face. Now, Kamargunja again, unsure where they represent. I think it is Shepparton area. I may be wrong though, but yeah, from memory, I think it is Shepparton area. And they were a very, very good outfit. Caleb could have kicked a nice early goal there for us, but he can't kick over a jam tin, and it gets touched in the goal square. We get a nice spoil there. Probably should have marked it. Probably should have marked that one. But nonetheless. Now that is... Okay, be honest. Is that a free kick for sling or dangerous tackle? I don't know if that is. If that's me getting tackled, I'm probably going, yeah, that's holding the ball. Another cool thing is, out of all the players in the carnival, I was nominated player of the carnival. And then watch this.
Oh, beautiful, mans.
Levi, the ruckman,
Fuck, I had to lift up the camera because I thought I didn't get it. No.
takes an unbelievable mark. And as you can hear, camera guy Chitty missed it. Levi going to be very, very flat. But I did see it with my own eyes, and it was un-bloody believable. And then Deadly off the half-back. He is something else. Absolutely elite. Great skills. Cody sells some candy. Didn't get on camera, but finishes a nice sausage roll. And yeah, the conditions were getting better as the afternoon went. The wind started to die down, which was elite. And then it took us into half-time. And from memory, it was a very, very close affair still. No team really broke away. And we knew this going into the half. We knew the second half was going to be massive. Should have been a free kick there. The head was taken off. And he had to come off because he needed to get it reattached. I'll tell you what, should have been a free kick. And then they just got on top here. They had a purple patch, a very, very purple patch. Takes a nice mark here and kicks a goal for them. And then the very next play, same bloke, absolute goal sneak. Gets it again. Now, it was game on. We're down by 10 points. I know this from memory because it was crunch time. There's only a few minutes left. Down by 10. We take the game on, turn it inside out, and kick it. A very well-weighted kick, I should say. And that sun glare, or the glare from the sun, is just getting out of control. But yeah, it was do or die. He missed the tackle here. He took me on and absolutely crunched him. And there was a bit of back and forth going, but I knew I had to get on the bike because there was only a minute left. They were getting into me. Plenty of advice going in to kick this ball, but we didn't muck around. We went back and slotted it straight through, and that put it to a 4-point game with about a minute left, or just under. And just so you know, the clock doesn't stop. So we had to go guns blazing. Keenan throws it on the boot. It lands in the goal square, bounces on a right angle and hits the post, and we get done for our first loss of the Carnival by 3 behinds.
Alright, we've just finished our 4th game. One more to go. 6:37. Next game, or last game, is 8:30, I believe. You got shins 32?
I got everything. Just everything's wrong with me.
Yeah, and then we got, I don't know if you're seeing, but Dill across the car. Dill, how you feeling? All good? Yeah, cool. But yeah, body's cooked, man. 4 out of 5 games done today. Let's finish off.
And finally, it was go time. Game number 5, the final game of the day. As you would have seen, moving very, very gingerly in the warm-up. In fact, I was no good at all. It genuinely took me the first half to get going. I was in all sorts. This game was played at 8:30 p.m, so under lights. We get a nice switch kick out here by Kobe. He finds us, and then take a little bit of a bounce because we don't want to stride too much because the strings were screaming. But we're playing this game against Lake Conda. Now, this mob, they ended up knocking us off last year in the grand final. They had Jermaine Jones and Leon Davis playing in last year's side. A little bit different of a side this year. But nonetheless, everyone was sore. So it's really just put your best foot forward and hopefully come away with the win. Now, the conditions were immaculate. No wind at all during this night game. We did have a few boys pull out or actually go home early because they just, wanted to get that extra rest. So we probably were a little bit undermanned. I don't think we had a bench for this game, which didn't really matter. But we had a nice handball off here. Could have slotted a goal. Handball over the top. And unfortunately, we miss that one. First half, we probably played around with it a little bit. We owned possession a lot. Cody goes long down the line. We get a nice mark here. But I think the second half, we really just put them to the sword. Keenan, unfortunately, a rare mistake by him. Absolutely elite all day. Again, he gets the ball here, does a nice kick, and we go off to Dill, who gets it in, and Darren, who is cherry picking in the goal square, he puts it on the boot and slots it. Beautiful kick there. But yes, and again here, Keenan got absolutely targeted, bang, knocked off the ball. And you won't see the footage here, but we take the mark. Dylan hit us right on the tit. We go back and kick the snap around the corner. So I appreciate my cameraman for missing that one of our goals, but we move. Luckily, pretty well in the very next play. We get the footy, handball off, and again, Keenan from outside 50, dude. 16 years old, by the way. Absolutely phenomenal. And we as well get a lick of the ice cream. Take a beautiful rove here, snap around the corner, and kick another sausage roll. And that was the game. It was 6-5-41, taking down Lake Conda with no score. Time is currently 10:23. We've got through day 1, 5 games. We went 4 from 5. We dropped a game by 3 points. Body is cooked, man. We had the first game 7:30 in the morning, and it's daylight savings, so technically 6:30. Rough as, but that's me out, man. I'm cooked. I'll see you guys in the morning.
What's going on, guys? We're back, Kaz. I'm sore. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and really it's 6 o'clock in the morning because this daylight saving stuff. I can't even walk. Can't even talk. Are you feeling good?
Yeah, man, I'm cooked. Woke up, what did we do? Like 40 minutes ago.
Mm.
Like you're saying, it's 5:57, 6 o'clock, technically. Although, real time saying 7 o'clock, so had a good night's sleep. Voice is going. That's just a bit of what the body's doing. We're feeling very, very average. But the plan is hopefully win this first game and then see how the rest of the day goes. Our next game after that, what? First one was that 12?
12-10.
12-10, man. So big gap. Yeah. I'm not keen, but I'm keen at the same time. So let's go.
Oh, bros.
And bang, straight into game number 6 against Bendigo. Nice and early in the game. And it looks darker because it actually is. Daylight savings decided to kick in over the night, so we lose our hour of sleep. So technically this game's at 7:30, but you know what? 6:30. You know what? Give us the early game, give us the late game, and then give us the earliest game again. Caleb, as you can see here, the wind was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And funny enough, we had the wind in the first half, but managed to score more in the second half. Make that make sense. Caleb on the left foot, that's a goal all day. And we just launch it long here, and it almost goes out the back. But yeah, like I was saying, that wind was ridiculous. It was actually a bit chilly in the morning just because of the wind. Now, if you'd ask me, how was I feeling? Straight up, terrible. Terrible. And I wasn't the only one. I was on the phone all night, or the night before, speaking to Cody, obviously our coach, seeing if we could, maybe just not play the early game, because I don't think, regardless of the result, we were going to miss finals. So this game, of course, being 7:30, the first final was going to be at 12:10, which is a massive, massive gap. And just having bugger all sleep and playing a lot of footy the game before, it would have been nice to have a bit of extra rest. Anyway, here we kick it to ourselves because, although you can't see it here, I was looking up and they just had 2 men sitting in the goal square. And I was like, kicking into that wind, I ain't going to make that distance, man. So we just did a little bit of a chip kick to ourselves and it worked out. Now, despite the wind and them having the wind in the second half, we actually played some very lockdown defense and we get over the line 5-1-31. Caleb gets absolutely demolished in the guts here, poor fella, to Bendigo, not screwing at all.
Yeah, mate. Oh, take 2. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
And then like that, we went into Game 7, the semi-final against Cummeragunja. We met them again. They beat us by 3 points in the last game. And unfortunately, this is all the footage we got. We get done 1-2-8 to 4-3-27. And they just utilised the wind so much better than we did. And that was the end of our carnival. Obviously, we had some technical difficulties, so we got 0 footage of the semi-final. But it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.